Hello, this is Sandy. In this video, I will share with you how you can integrate Go High Level to Boomerangme and create a sub account and also update the expiry date to whichever how many days that you want for the trial user. So the flow will go from Go High Level form submitted and then through the connections, then the Boomerangme will create a sub account and then you wanted to ask the Boomerangme to update the expiry date. So first of all, you need to have a Go High Level account. If you don't have it, you can apply that through me for free for you to test it out until you are ready to create an actual account for yourself. So first of all, we'll go over here. So first of all, you go to the dashboard here, go to Site. We will want to first create a form. Okay. And in this one, what we want is create a form over here, add a form. Okay, so let's say our form is form 10. We want to put first name, last name, email, phone number. And what we want is also a password for your end user. That's for their account password. So how do you create that one? You can add a custom field and then click here, go next, and then just put password here, and then you can create a custom fields. Then we go back here, we can add a button here for submission. You can edit how it look like, customize a little bit that fits your need. Okay, so now we have the form ready, saved. The next thing what we want to do is actually create a custom field where you can update the expiry date. So we go to the setting under the Go High Level, then we go to custom field and we can add a field. We want to add a basically a date picker here, and then we'll put expiry date over here. Okay, then we click save. So let's say I wanted to do under additional info, just an example. Click save over here. Now we want to go back and create either a funnel or have a website to embed the form. So we go to, let's say we use funnel as example. So we'll create a demo here. Okay, so we'll create this one, go to here. We'll create a funnel page. Let's use blank as an example here. So you can create your website funnel however you like it. So I'm just going to put a headline here, say register your loyalty program for free, just example. Then we're going to embed the form. So our form that we just created was a form 10. So we create that one. Okay, now we have a form like this one. You can actually see what the website looks like. Okay, so it'll look like something like this. Okay, by all means, you can do the same thing if you have a different web server website creations. You can customize that. Now what we wanted to do is to set up the Pabbly. Okay, so now we have over here is you want to create a workflow through Pabbly. If you use a Zapier or Make.com, it should be very similar. So first of all, you want to set a trigger. So the first step will be select lead connector. So that's Go High Level's Great Label app. So select that one and trigger events. We want to choose form submitted. Then we want to copy this webhook. Okay, so we copy this URL. Then we go back to Go High Level here. Now what we want to do is we want to tell Go High Level to export out the information back to public. So we want to create a webhook here. So we go to automation, create a web flow, start from scratch. Then the trigger will be a form being submitted. So we want to choose a form, which form that's being submitted. So it will be form 10 in this case as example. Choose save. Then the next step is we will choose webhook. So we're going to use the webhook, not the custom webhook. Okay, so that's for inbound. This is for outbound. So we choose this one, paste the link that we just copied from Publi, save, publish, and save this one. Okay, so this one is tell Go High Level that when the form's being submitted, webhook out the information being submitted, will feed it back to the Publi here, and that's where the response will come from, over here. Okay, so you see all the information over here as example. Okay, then we want to create a next step, which is using the API. We go back to the Boomerangme API 2.0. So if we click company here and then create and then select the create company, that's the URL, the endpoint that we will use. So we can copy this one. Okay, and you go back to here to paste this. The payload type, it will be JSON, and select node, no for authentications. Okay, and then we need to key in all these information over here. Okay, so first of all, you want to key in the information. So content type, you need to type that one. Value will be application/JSON, and then the label over here. Second one will be your access token. This part, the value, you will need to copy and paste your API key from your Boomerangme. Okay, so it's your agency API key of your Boomerangme. You copy and then paste it here. Then we set up the parameter, which is all these ones. Okay, you can get the tariff ID by coding out a different action, but let's say your tariff ID is this one, just example over here. You want to have your tariff period put as a month for now. And then you have the label for name, username. So these basically these numbers over here, the label over here, it's coming from here. Okay, so you copy these things, copy them over to the Publi. Okay, then you will put the value based on the webhook that's being fed through and then select them appropriately. So for example, first name, last name, email, phone number, password, countries, and language, you can put EN as English. Okay, once you have that one, you should be able to see the response like this with IDs and everything. Then you can asking to basically to update the expiry date. Okay, so the next part, this part, is to asking the company, pull that company info and ask Boomerangme to update the expiry date, because if without this step, the expiry date will be 30 days. Okay, so if you want a shorter period of time, then you can use this part. Okay, so how does that work is you need to go back to here and create another workflow. Okay, so the workflow will be this one. So use the same one actually, the form that's being submitted. Let me see it here. This one we just created. Okay, so what you want to do over here, it's gonna do a flow called math operation. Okay, so you want to go select math operation current date. Current date means the date is being created. So it's based on when the form being submitted, that date, and you want to add how many days. So let's say if you want 14 days trial, you'll put 14 days here. Okay, and then you will select, you will just click yes. So let's say if you want 20 days trial period, you put 20 days trial period. Okay, so just for to match BoomerangMe's official website for 14 days, so we're just going to use like this one, and then let me see, select the expiry date. Okay, so that's the customer field that we just created. So what happened is when the form is being submitted, it will add a 14 days and then we'll input into the expiry date that we created for the customer field. Now we save this one, update this one, and then come back here. So over here, it's we will need to basically pull that specific company that we just created, right? So it will be get company. So we will use this one over here, okay? And then we'll copy this one, paste it over here. The data ID will coming from the feed from here. Okay, so like data ID right over here. So that's the number. You put the value over here. So same thing. You have the content type, access token, put your BoomerangMe API over here. And then you follow the keyword here. So edit the company. Okay, so that's the edit the company. That's what we are doing. We will put the name, expiry date. So it's make sure that under the action event as a patch, okay, because that's what we are trying to do is trying to update the expiry date. Yeah, so you put the name here and then put the expiry date here. So this one is where we are pulling from the expiry date that we created through Go High Level. Okay, so that's the expiry date over here. And that will be it. So you will have 1, 2, 3 step. Okay, one is to trigger a lead form from Go High Level, and then what happened is you'll create a sub account in BoomerangMe, and then asking BoomerangMe to update, pull that company that you just created, and then update the expiry date. If you have any other further questions, you can let me know, or simply follow this sheet here, and that's it.